Okay, friends, you're live here with Kel Casey on the frozen Kuskokwim River. We drove out here to try to find the team so we can give you a big sweeping view coming in. This should be Shuli Wasili Jr. here and his team on the Akiak Dash finish. So we're going to move up the river a little bit here. There's a sign that says the same. And I'm going to get a nice shot of this view here. This is the first team finishing the race. They can use a wide section of the river here. Look at that. There we go, friends. So welcome to Bethel for the finish of the Akiak Dash. This is a sprint race that happens while the Kuskokwim 300 is going through their 2/3 mark. So there you go. There's the first team coming in. Beautiful sweeping view on the Kuskokwim. Nice looking team running about 11 miles an hour. That is beautiful, friends. Wow. And they're about 500 yards from the finish. That should be Shuli Wasili Jr. there. Or Mike Williams, unless there's a pass. But there we go. Sweeping team, Arctic sunset. Perfect moment there on the ice. Wow. That musher must be so proud. That's a good looking dog team, moving nicely, focused, happy. They're almost at that finish line. They're going to be the first team to finish the Akiak Dash. It's a really important race in the area. The local villages have a chance to put teams together and families and individuals and get them out here. Okay, we got another team coming. Okay, there's our second team coming. So they're using different sections of the trail. That is the actual marked trail right there. That might be Mike Williams Jr. Here we go to the finish of that other team. We're sweeping the camera kind of fast right now, but there you go. So they came way around, friends. So that team was not on the actual marked trail. And Tyler and I can tell you, we drove around here on the ice road looking for the best spot. We ended up choosing more of the traditional trail area, and then that team kind of came down the ice road. But there they are, heading to the finish. That next team is coming right in where they should be, or not should be, but where the trail is marked. So there you go. Look at that. Beautiful light. Leaning in. Good looking dogs. Focused and happy. Wow. Look at that. There he is. That could be Mike Williams Jr. right there. Looking at second. There's our truck that Leona and Tucker loaned us. Thank you so much. They're crossing that ice road right there. That's the main ice road entrance on the Kuskokwim and coming in. So what an exciting 1-2 finish here at the Akiak Dash Saturday afternoon. We're still here in town. There's coverage on the Kuskokwim out there in the villages by the volunteer organization there. There's Mike Williams Jr., I believe, coming in. Beloved. I love his dad. I've met his dad over the years, and Mike Williams Sr. just has done so much for mushing. And there you go. There's the finish down there. So the first two teams came in different routes. The Kuskokwim is very wide here. They started in a mass start, and you saw them kind of go in different directions out. But eventually everybody gets on the marked trail. So great finish. We got a wave from Mike there. There's a big pot for this race. I'm not sure exactly what the amount is, but again, these races are designed to help mushers afford to mush out here in the Kuskokwim, Yukon, Western Delta areas of the whole state here. So Western Alaska is remote. It's depended on mushing for years. And so between here and up the coast and all around, the teams that can come to these races can earn quite a big prize money. So there you go. We're looking at the finish. About 15 below, I'd say. Nice sunny day. I'll sweep it around here so you can get a look at the Arctic. Beautiful light. That actually feels warm in my face, just barely, but it does. I can feel just a little relief from that cold. It's just a very light wind chill. Here are the signs for the ice road. So this is the official maintained ice road. I'll zoom in on that one while we're waiting for the next team to come. That's the downriver trail. And then right here would be the upriver trail. Right there. So welcome to Alaska. These are not always available depending on the temperature. And thanks for joining us from all over the world. I see folks, Malvin's from the Philippines, Webb's from Singapore. Great to have you here. You're looking at the frozen Arctic river, the Kuskokwim River, famous river. Here it's the lifeline for Bethel. And this is the hub for 56 villages in the area of western Alaska. It's about 400 air miles west of Anchorage. From my house in Willow, Alaska, it's basically perfectly west. And so we think of this area quite a bit. I've done some firefighting out here, and of course Richie Deal lives in Aniak, and Pete Kaiser lives in Bethel, and we have friends out here. So it's just super nice to be here with you, show you how this river system works. It's so big. There's the ice road, somebody heading wherever they need to go. And in December there was so much heat around here with the warm-up that the river was not usable like it is right now. So it can also be affected by the tides, and the tides can come in and push ice around, so you got to watch out for that. But you just saw the first two teams for the Akiak Dash. That's a race that happens within the K300 weekend. It's really important. All local native mushers with great looking teams. You saw those first two teams charging. I mean, they're moving real fast. Their dogs are having a lot of fun, and they got a lot of community support. You can see all those cars down there as they come in and get cheered and celebrated by their families and community. So really, really important event. The dogs got a good practice this morning in mass starts. Never easy. Hey, there's a trooper. And then we got a team. Troopers are on the ice, looking good, helping out. And then we got a team right here. So framed by the boat. That's going to be, let's look into and see who that might be online. Tyler just pointed that out to help me out. He's got my, so that's probably the third bib, Ty?
Charlie?
Charlie? Okay, cool. So let's hold that shot right there. And then we got Charlie Chingliak, likely is who this is, from the area here. And after that should be Aaron Alexi, unless they've switched positions from when I did this screenshot. But there you go. That's a cool looking image. Good looking team. Take a look at their faces. That's how, like, the, when a team's warmed up and happy, they're moving real well. Their endorphins are flowing. They're in a good rhythm. They like how they have movement and their bodies feel good. So that's how it should look to see a happy team coming in. And let's see if we can get that bib number there. It's it's hard to do it all, but look at that beautiful light, friends.
It's like bib number 1.
Oh, great. I know it almost looked like 1 to me, but then I wonder if that's bib 8. So another team in. Likely that is Charlie. Let me see. I took a screenshot on my phone earlier. Bib 8. Yep. So bib 8, I believe. And then we should have 2 more teams bunched up in about 5 or so, 10 minutes. So
Bib number 9.
And you can, that's a screenshot, Ty, so you can go to the main web and hit refresh. So at home, everybody, I'm talking to Tyler about looking online. So trackleaders.com does carry this Akiak Dash. It's also carrying the K300. It also carried the Copper Basin and the Connect 200. So those of you who've been with us for a while are used to using the track leaders, but you can hit refresh right now. That's the 3rd team finishing the Akiak Dash. 14 teams started.
It's either Aaron Alexi or Darren George.
Okay, it looks like it's either Aaron Alexi or Darren George. And then we've had 2 other teams finish. And you can see that team is actually still mushing in right now. It's just such a good long distance down the river. And the river, you can see the industrial area to the right there with the crane. This is the Kuskokwim. This is an important transport route of all sorts. Nutrition, everything, cultural significance. And right now it's been really cold, so the water's frozen nicely. We had about 500 cars parked down there last night. Great, excellent. Mike Williams took first place. All right, according to the website. And then Faith Sylvester said, yeah, and everybody should be watching KYUK. They're down there up close. We're way out here. Just giving you the kind of behind the scenes, local perspective. That's our mission here. But KYUK is saying that Mike Williams won. That's fantastic. Congrats if that's the case, or whoever did. That both teams look good and happy, and that's what I'm looking at. That's what I like.
I wonder if that first team.
Gloria and Alan just asked is, how are the temperatures, Kale? It's cold. It's cold. It's been cold all day. It's been cold all night. It was super cold last night, maybe minus 30 with the wind chill. All day it's been minus 15 or 20. You can't really have your skin out for too long. And then Gloria also asked the 2 dogs from last night. Yeah, generally speaking, when dogs get loose at the start, there's enough people down the trail in the immediate vicinity and what have you that they'll get picked right back up. There's that ice road again, and other folks coming in on the ice road. So you just literally take a left. Okay, it looks like we got a team way down there, so we're gonna pan and just hold and get our eyes settled and see when this next team comes into view. Way down there. Okay, they're on the ice road.
The first team was off trail.
Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. So they're coming in that same route that the first team came in. There's a wide variety of methods that the folks are using to get back to the finish. There's a marked trail off to my looker's left, and then there's the ice road. And so we've seen now, this is the second team that's come down the ice road.
One team came down there.
Yep. And so here we go. Not exactly sure all who was who, because it's hard to see the bibs right now. But that team is cruising, and you can see a truck parked out there. Oh, that car started. They gave them a little right away, which is nice. And here they come. So there's our little upriver sign. Boom, boom. Here comes a nice team, and we're going to sweep them all the way in with a nice long shot here. Cold, beautiful, clear day. There's that magic carpet of happy dogs moving nicely. This is the condition that they're used to running in, frozen ice. So they get that figured out even in the wind. Look at that, hardy Arctic Alaska sled dogs. They're acclimatized, they're conditioned, and they're happy. Nice adventure for that team. 60 miles. Beautiful sunset there. This is the 4th team coming in. We've already got the first 3 in earlier. If you're just joining us, you're just on the Kuskokwim. This beautiful long shot. We wanted to give you something different. Get an idea of what the river's like, how big it is, the expanse of it all. You hear about the Kuskokwim, the name, the place, the river, but now you're on it. And it is massive. It's not Yukon big, but it's massive. There's that team just dead set on that finish. 4th team coming in. Trackleaders.com and KYUK are your official coverage. This just gives you one more nice shot. So if you're just joining us, we've had 3 teams come down this kind of more ice road route, and 1 team come down the actual marked trail. I don't think there's any issue there at all, but just a point of interest, there's so much ice here, it gets so wide that the teams come from different angles off the trail once they hit this big expanse of Kuskokwim. We're right outside. That's Darren George. Great. All right. Tracker Team 4. Thanks, Liz. We have our great online crew of moderators helping out here. My main mission is to keep my hands almost alive while I hold this gimbal steady as the temperature just keeps on eating away. Even with glove on and hand warmer, it's cold. So there's the shot. You all help me out. And look at that. Beautiful. There's the finish. So you'll see that on KYUK. We'll swing. There's Tyler by our truck right there. There's another team coming in, so let's follow them now the whole way. Beautiful looking sled dogs. They know they're almost home. They got that beautiful light on them. There it is, that small sled, much smaller sled. It is just gorgeous scenery. That's why I wanted to come out here, friends, give you a real look. Crossing the ice road right now. Kuskokwim River, Bethel off right there to the edge. And you can hear that sled just crackle its way down. There they go, look at that. Wonderful. Carl Earhart, my good buddy, just joined. Carl, check out the leaderboard up there. Looks like Mike Williams, I believe, pulled it off. We're just standing out here, Carl, a couple 800 yards out to give you this long shot. So check out the comments and the leaderboard there. That's our 5th team coming in right now. So beautiful looking team. I'm going to keep my eye over my other shoulder. See when the next team is coming in. They can come from any of 2 or 3 areas, but this is the Akiak Dash finish. So they did a 60-mile run, about 10 or so mile, 11 mile an hour average. There's that team still cruising in. And you can see the finish off there where the group of vehicles is. So I'm standing in the upriver lane of the ice road right here. And then you have KYUK doing their great job at the finish with the multiple cameras. Good long run, eh? Aaron Alexi in there. Congrats, Aaron. Great job. Really nice to see. Top 5 is in, friends. But anybody with a good dog team's a winner here. That's really important. Yeah, Ray said lots going on this weekend because there's also the there's also races down the low 48 in Wyoming. There's also minus 50 degrees in the interior and worse with the wind chill. So I'm going to swing it back around here. I'm going to switch hands and move the fingers into a warming pattern because they're really cold. And give me 1 second to do that, friends. There we go. All right, let's focus on that sunset for a minute while we're waiting. We can all pretend it's warm when it is most definitely not anywhere close. But there's that beautiful Bethel sunset. There's that ice road. So here's somebody just cruising upriver. Just like it were a normal road. You get out here and you just start driving. And you're like, all right, I guess it's a river. We're going. It's all marked there. That's actually the downriver. There's somebody out there who's just kind of heading back from, you know, whatever they got going on. Some birds out here looking to get in on whatever's out there. Of course, the ravens are the masters of keeping an eye on all things sled dog because they want to poach on their wonderful food. Anybody who's been around mushing kennels knows those ravens, they'll get you. They'll wait for feeding time and then they'll come and mess with your dogs. At least they have a very big mafia where we live. That's where the next team should be coming from, but they're not in quite right now. I'm going to go ahead and keep swinging it back to this warm spot here, at least warm visually, right? Who doesn't love an amazing Arctic sunset? I've lived in Alaska now for 7 winters and did a bunch of firefighting up here in the decade before that, but I'm more in love with this state and lifestyle every day, and the colors and the light, the people. It's just phenomenal. I've been flying a lot of drone, as most of you know, and that's been a real treat. There's just always an amazing moment here. Just so many moments add up, whether it's the aurora or the dogs or the people or the light. So there's a great example of the longer days here in January. We're already moving into that. There's our finish over there again. We're just doing what mushers do and wait between teams. It's a sport with a niche following, and many of you are in love with it because it's different. We have these incredible animals we get to be in awe of and train and live with. And then lots of patience, lots of time in between. It's not a normal event, and we want to support all the mushers. So we don't want everybody to go too fast. We want them to go at their pace and get that dog team home looking good. I'm sweeping out here with my eyes to see if we can find another team. Maybe Alex Lee Moore just said, I've only been here 2 years and you couldn't get me to leave. Right on. Amen. Mike Williams was second. Okay, so that's kind of how I thought it went, friends. I thought I saw Mike coming down the main trail because he waved, and I know his look. And then the first place team came down the ice road there. So, but they kind of had that going for the last several miles. So anybody who's been following the trackers, and the cool thing about this weekend again is there's just so much going on. So sure, do we all want to be out of Aniak and Kalskag? Yeah, but other folks have that pegged, and so we let them roll with it and do what we can to participate and share other things. So there's a truck coming right where the trail would be. Give you an idea of where that trail actually is, and then you can see the group of cars down there and Bethel off in the distance. Tonight we got a big concert in town, so the celebration continues. That venue will have the tracker and all that up. So what a great community. They're going to have the Jangle Bees, but also live tracker. There's that truck leaving the ice road, just exit onto the main road. That's how it goes. Just boom, just like that. There's a couple entrances like that around. You got to kind of know where they are, though. We went to go look for the Crowley one earlier and kind of missed it, but Leona nailed it last night, so we know it's there. Oh, I got a box truck coming. Hi, box truck. Doing a delivery, perhaps, or whatever they got going on, right? So just day in the life. Business continues. Okay, there it is, friends. We did it. We did enough taking in the landscape to get to the next team. And there they are. There's a raven flying around. They're on that traditional trail, the marked trail, coming in nicely. You can see that big old hulk of an iron boat there, pulled up to a fish camp or something, mining camp. That's the riverbank right there, and the team's coming right on down. Look at that, looking great. This be our 6th team in. Then I'd imagine there'll be a break here at some point. When there is, I'll likely pull out the drone and go give it a flight. See if we can get the next couple teams in drone. KYUK is doing the official finish, so tune in there. You can hear that musher down there. And there are those nice looking dogs. Okay, we're fully zoomed in now. He's keeping up a nice little conversation with those dogs to keep them on that trail. What I hear him saying is easy, easy. There you go. He's calling out G now. He's got a good combo with his team. Look at them moving. He's clapping now. Look at them moving, friends. Welcome to Bethel and the Kuskokwim River corridor, where the mushers have beautiful dogs. He's giving the on-by call because he sees Tyler right there. Look at that Arctic light. Oh, is that pretty or what? Yeah. You can hear him calling out home. He's waving. He's clapping his hands. He's excited. What a beautiful moment. Zoom in there. Ha ha. Right on. Thanks, Rebecca. She's got the article on the 2 dogs from last night. Look at that. This is a beautiful moment. We got people cheering. We're zoomed in for you there. A good looking dog team. Happy musher, giving them all sorts of praise. You just want the dogs to feel invincible, friends. If you do this enough, if you're around sled dogs, we have 30 plus at home. You just want them to be invincible. You want them to feel like they're champions all the time. That's just how it goes. You have a big break now? Okay, we got another team coming in, Tyler says. So let's get them. Where are we? Okay, there we go. We got, yeah, on the traditional route. So once there's a break in the action, we'll start up the drone here. But as long as we got teams coming, we'll keep her going. There's another beautiful shot. We'll get this all the way in for you. Yeah, that team number 6 ought to be proud. Looking good. Good rapport. Good sportsmanship. We'd love to see that. Just get your dogs around and experience and make them feel invincible. That builds them up. We got clear, nice, cold days here. It can be real stormy here. It can be really tough. Really tough. So when they have to tack in the wind and do all these crazy maneuvers to stay just even generally in the right direction, the confidence they have from this kind of day carries them through. Okay, that musher stopped right there. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a tactical pause. Get them lined out, and there you go. Boom. Moving again, just about 500 yards or 800 yards from the finish. So we could be 1,000 yards, actually. There you go. He's gotten them nice and reset. They're following that trail. I see nice orange reflective. I love that. You hear the musher calling out G. Well, they got some of those nice red coats on. Good. Beautiful. There we go. Take that all in, friends. And welcome to Bethel. Boom. We got them just right. Happy looking dogs there again too. Thanks for the compliments, friends. Put a lot into this. A lot of thought, a lot of care. Everybody does. This is my 8th year now. Look at that. Boom. Just a gorgeous shot. Congratulations. People cheering. Again, those dogs feeling happy and feeling accomplished. They feel like champions. They don't know they came in 6th. Who cares? They just are happy to be moving and alive and together, and that's what it's about. Big long shot. That Arctic light starting to fade here. Still up, still gorgeous. Getting more every day in January. You get about a half an hour later here than in Willow, where I'm from. Mushing, capital of the world over there. Sunrise is a little bit later here, a little bit earlier at home. So because we're 400 miles west, you get a little bit later sunrise and a little bit later sunset. Alaska's one time zone is sort of a not so logical extension of how the planet works, but they did go ahead and lump this massive state into one time zone. So you have to just sort of suspend belief for a minute because it's different sunrise and sunsets all over the state because the geographic area is so huge. Anyway, there we go. That team happily getting into finish. Again, the Kuskokwim 300 board puts together these races, gets amazing support from the sponsors, and then is able to dole out serious purses. And I think what we're going to do is there's Tyler right there. There's my ride. So what we're going to do is the drone's in there. I'm going to go ahead and try to say hello real quick. Hey, friends. There we go. I go, oh, there's the sunset. Go to you guys. Love you guys. Thanks so much.